Hello, everyone. My name is Bill Alward. I am president of the board of directors for Nebraska Sustainable Agriculture Society. I wish I was giving this presentation to a room full of friendly faces in person. Unfortunately, this is how we're having to handle the all-member meeting for the year. This content will be available throughout the conference session on the conference website. This is here for folks to watch at their leisure. And we will have some voting related to the all-member meeting that will be making folks aware of. The voting will be done through surveys that will be sent out, and then you can respond accordingly. The two things we'll be voting on is one, updating the bylaws. We've made a big push to update some of the electronic data management for the organization and the bylaws, and then as well as voting for new board members. Those will be separate votes. We'll send out separate documents for each. So be watching your email. We'll be announcing that throughout the conference season or session, excuse me. So before I get started, I would like to just kind of remind everyone of the NSAS mission, which is to promote agriculture and food systems that build healthy land, people, communities, and quality of life for present and future generations. It's been a real challenge putting together a virtual conference, something we've never done as an organization. It's been a steep learning curve for the folks planning it. And I think we've done a really good job of capturing our mission in the content we put together for this conference. I'm really proud of what we've put together. There's been a lot of folks who've spent a tremendous amount of time, volunteer time, making sure this happened. In particular, Wally Graber, who's been a huge technical resource for myself. We've collaborated a lot on trying to make sure we structured this in a manner that was both feasible, but also of high quality. I also want to thank Renee Cornett for spending time to put together an all Nebraska meal, which we'll hopefully all be enjoying together virtually for the last conference session on March 6th. And so, yeah, I hope everyone enjoys this. We did a lot of work to get it to where it is, something we've never done before. But I do think the content is absolutely fabulous. Just a reminder of currently who's on the board right now. Myself, Vice President Ann Winkle, Treasurer Wally Graber, Secretary Aaron French, and then we have Ron Raber, Renee Cornett, Stephanie Painkow, Troy Cash Brown, and Richard Nimick. Bylaws state that we should have at least a minimum of 7 board members. We have that, and it also states that we should have no more than 13. And we also meet the criteria for having at least 50% agricultural producers. Looking back over the year, we've really accomplished a lot. There are a number of priorities and accomplishments. The first thing that we did was reclaim our social media accounts. We had a couple of Facebook accounts that had been locked by previous NSAS board members and a director that were using personal email accounts. We went through the proper channels with Facebook to submit documentation and reclaim those accounts. You've probably seen that. If you haven't, please visit those. We post a lot of news and relevant information on those accounts. Really excited that we got those back. We've also done a fair amount of electronic cleanup and just making sure our data is secure for the organization, setting up official email accounts, making sure we're managing electronic files appropriately. And that dovetails into the bylaws. One of the big bylaw updates I personally, as board president, wanted to make sure we did this year was add a section in the bylaws around electronic data governance, as well as communication mechanisms, for example, video conferencing for board meetings, as well as other relevant organizational meetings. We have the amended bylaw draft available to members to look at on the conference website. If you have any questions about that, please don't hesitate to contact myself or any members of the board. The proposed amended bylaws have yellow highlighted areas where we've put in new updates. There's some tweaked languages here and there. And then there's also a completely new section around data governance. We will be voting on that. Simple yes, no vote. Please look through those. And when you see the notification for voting using a survey, please do that so that we can hopefully get this updated and get the organization up to present day on appropriate data management. Another thing that was a challenge for us was just having enough volunteer time to maintain our website, as well as event registration, and also have a clean, secure platform for fundraising. We worked with an organization called Flip Cause to set up a new account where all of our fundraising, event registration, our website management is all done through them. One of the big sellers of that for us was that we can send them content information that we want to have posted to the website, and they can help us do that. They can do kind of the legwork to get that done, where we're not sitting in front of a computer trying to do website editing on our own. It also is a very clean event registration site, and we can also do fundraisers using that platform, which is called Flip Cause again. Another big push this year was getting a director in place. We're kind of at the final stage of that. I'm recording this presentation a couple days before the conference. The board is about to meet to make a final decision on hiring a contract part-time person for the director position. Once that's finalized, I'll make everyone aware of that. But again, this is a contract position, part-time. We really need someone managing the day-to-day business of NSAS that's not a volunteer board member. It really poises the organization to move forward and grow, rather than being stuck with a group of farming board of directors that don't have enough time to manage the day-to-day. Virtual conference. That was a big thing this year, obviously. We made a decision early in the fall to go 100% virtual. It's been a big learning curve, but I'm really proud of what we've put together as an alternative. I hope everyone enjoys it. I hope everyone gets a lot out of it. And I hope folks take advantage of the 6 to 7 p.m. social hours to meet members, to connect with old friends. Take advantage of that. We have a Zoom account set up, and it's so that we can use that platform to allow some collaboration and some socialization too, and not only share the conference content. If you were at the meeting last year, Brent Lubbert, the past board president, shared this slide, and I thought it was prudent to show it again. I think when we met last year, we were definitely on this stage where we were starting to feel some decline, and we really needed to turn things around. And I think looking back on this year in 2020, COVID-19 aside, we've really done a great job of trying to renew and turn things around. We've done a lot of work on just organizational housekeeping and organizational cleanup and getting ourselves poised to grow. And I really think we've made it back to this point. We are ready to start growing again, ready to start doing a lot of cool, exciting things with our members, but also outreaching our network and growing our network. Just a kind of a quick financial report. 2020 gross income was $16,932. 2020 expenses were $10,407. Those expenses include last year's in-person conference in Grand Island. And so our 2021 opening balance equity is $25,789. Big reason why we think we're comfortable enough to bring in a contract part-time director. It's a big deal to be able to get someone in place to run the day-to-day and really keep the organization running, but also hopefully growing. And then just kind of a summary on where we're at with the board of director terms. I think it's really prudent to share, and our bylaws state that we should be staggering terms, and we really need to bring in at least four to five folks this year to help us really clean up our staggering of terms and make sure that we have plenty of folks to backfill the folks that will be leaving in 2022. We have The first 6 folks on here would be eligible to walk away from the board after 2022 if they decide not to continue their term. Just a reminder, there are no term limits in our bylaws for board of directors. So we hope that we can recruit a number of folks to join us next year. Right now, we don't have anyone 100% confirmed. We will be sharing that as the conference goes on, and also requesting votes to vote in new board members. This is currently the returning slate. So yeah, we're ideally we need at least a minimum of 3, but hopefully we can bring in even more than that. Motivated board members to keep the organization growing. That's key. Kind of closing remarks. We've gained a tremendous amount of momentum in 2020. It's really been astonishing, honestly, and we need everyone's help keeping it going. We're poised for growth, and it's really the time is now for NSAS to reach and grow its network. And grants and fundraising are going to be critical for that. And having a director in place is really sets us up to where we can manage applying and working towards gaining more grant funding as well as general fundraising for the organization. The future, I really think sustainable regenerative ag is having a moment. NSAS has always been a contributor to the regenerative ag family and the regenerative ag movement. But now we really need to capture the opportunity to be a major player for that, not only in our state, but nationally and internationally. So with that, I hope you all enjoy the conference. Thanks for taking the time to go through this presentation with me. Obviously, I wish I could do it in person. If you ever have any questions, you need anything, I can be reached at president@sustainablenebraska.org. You can also reach the broader board at info@sustainablenebraska.org. Please contact me anytime. I look forward to seeing everyone at next year's conference in person. Thanks so much.